Hello everyone and welcome back to another FTB Infinity Skyblock episode. Oh man, we've done it. We have done it indeed. We have gotten ourselves... Oh no, where'd it go? We had an Infinity Bee, I swear. I swear we did, and I think we've lost it. We have indeed. Which means we need to breed it with silicone again. Not a huge deal overall, but we did get 8 infinity combs. Now, the infinity combs here give us a 50% chance of a power module. Now, if I remember correctly, we need 2 of these, and if we double check the achievements for the Skyblock stuff, there we are right there, the one achievement is craft a Gendustry power module. Okay. So let's look into Gendustry. Okay, so industrial apiary. Okay, mutagen, mutatron. All right, I don't know half this stuff. I can honestly say I don't know half this stuff, but that's okay. We will learn it together. We definitely need some machines overall, and the mutatron is the one that does the breeding, but that also is going to require mutatron, this stuff, mutagen. Okay, now mutagen can be made in the mutagen producer. So let's make this guy first, I guess, the mutagen producer. Hopefully, we still have to get lucky with the centrifuge of the infinity comb. So we're gonna throw these in the centrifuge and cross my fingers. There's one. We got one. We have one. Still 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. 4. Sweet. Okay. That is pretty nice. I'm actually wondering, can these be replicated? I don't know if they can or not. Let's find out. Oh, my. They can be replicated. Oh, we got this. This is game over now. We can replicate these things, which means we can put them in the pattern storage, which means we can produce them with UU matter. Do I want to do this right now? I do need 1 there. I think that's it. I think I only need the 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do it. So we're going to keep scanning this guy, and then we can start producing them with UU matter. Oh, I didn't realize that. That is nice. What luck. Okay. A couple other things that we need to get going here is up here over in the breeding. I've got the Lapender and some Arigold. Arigold is something that I just did. Teleport to a new location. What? Alright. And underneath here, we need to place down some diamond ore to get the diamond... the diamond seeds so that we can start producing diamonds in mass. Now, I have the block of diamonds and stone, so let's get those to get our diamond ore producing. Just like so. Pretty straightforward there. And this will give us the diamond ore that we need, and then we can start crossbreeding that thing as well. But in the meantime, we need the mutagen producer. Okay, so this is going to require quite a few gears. What is that? That's 6 bronze gears. That's a decent amount of bronze. Okay. We also need this mutagen tank, which we can make quite easily. I might as well make a couple just in case, and maybe another hopper or 2. Good. Other than that, I think we just need the gears. So I'm gonna get a whole bunch of bronze gears going, because the thing about all this forestry stuff is it really likes to use up the bronze that you have. That's for sure. So let's throw these in here and get the gears made up. Very good. Still haven't gotten that guy. This bee that I'm trying for. I don't know. I'm starting to think that it doesn't actually exist. Just a theory. Okay, and that should give us the gears that we need. Our diamond ore is probably done. All 9. That is perfect. We'll probably... I need an enchanted book of Silk Touch, but we don't really have a way of getting it yet. So I think this is going to become our diamond plot over here, because, well, it's probably easier to not move it again. So in the meantime, we'll just place down the 1 for now. That's going to at least allow us to mutate on this block to get our diamond seeds. So let's first get these out. Good. And start the mutation process. I need a bit of bone meal or fertilizer, one of the two. Good. And let's hope we get it quite quickly here. There we go. Dimalia. It took about half a stack of bone meal, but it works. Now, the reason that this bred only with diamond is this is the only possible breed between the two. So it's not like there was another breed possibility there. So that's good. It makes it quite a bit easier if that's the case. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to remove the Arigold and the Lapender. The Lapender we really don't need at all. The Arigold is quite nice, but I'm not going to deal with it at this point in time. So let's first jump on down, and we're going to remove... Oh god, that was so fast. I'm still not used to our new item. Alright, we'll remove all of that. Good. We did get the gold ore back, obviously, because it doesn't break down into anything else. Whereas the redstone and the lapis broke down accordingly. Boom, boom. So that's good that we're keeping the gold ore. Because it's a pain to make. It really is. And the rest of this is going to become diamond. So, without further ado, let's get this guy up and running. Getting these up to a 10-10 would be awesome. So we'll get these up to a 10-10-10 breeding. And I think from there, we should be pretty darn good overall. Alright, so we have the 10-10-10 seeds over here in diamond. Of course, they only give you nuggets, but you know what? Those will add up pretty quick at 36 a pop. So that's great. We got that done. Equally, we have all of our bronze gears ready to go. Let's get going on some Gendustry stuff. Now, mutagen producer, we can make that guy, so let's do it. Let's make it. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Now, apparently this isn't the one that we need for the achievement. I don't know which one it is for the achievement. I guess this will kind of be a bit of a test. I don't think anybody else is there for testing purposes. Craft a Gendustry power module. Okay, so let's take a look at the power module. That's this guy here. You can't craft it, though. I wonder if that is a bit of a hiccup. Let's find out. So if I just drop this on the ground and I pick it up, yeah, that's not working. Okay, I'm going to have to report that as a bug in the achievement system because you can't actually craft those things. But we do have the mutagen producer here, and I just want to place it down and see what we're dealing with because I've never really dealt with Gendustry yet. So this guy, I think, well, wow. It holds 5 million RF. Holy bonanza. Well, that is quite a bit of RF, if I do say so myself. But I guess that's good. Now, mutagen, for example, if I'm not mistaken, I think we can take 9 of these uranium 235s, or 238s, my apologies, that don't really have a use, and we can put them into a uranium block. And this uranium block, if we scroll through, can be used to produce 4,500 mutagen for 1 million RF. Not too shabby. So, as soon as we hit 1 million here, we could probably throw it in and at least start getting some mutagen, right? That's the way I'm seeing it. So we'll put that guy in there. This is a great way to use up some of that extra uranium. There's a few other recipes as well. You can use glowstone. Now, the one thing to think of here, they all require 1 million RF. So you get 800 there, you get 100 there, you get 9,000 for a piece of actual uranium. That's the guy of the tiny piles put together. That's pretty darn nice, but tiny piles are kind of usually always what you're running out of. Glowstone dust. Yellorium gives you a bucket, which is pretty decent. One tiny pile gives you a bucket, and then you get 4,500 for this. So I do think the uranium block is one of the better ones, especially because you'll probably start getting everything automated anyways. I personally think it's a good idea. So that'll start giving us some mutagen. I'm going to make another one just so that we can get that going as well. And yeah, okay, good. We'll get another one in there, ready to go, queue up. Now the mutagen, if I'm not mistaken, needs to go into a mutatron. This guy here, which requires all of these things put together. And then that mutatron is what we use to combine things and get different items. And then there's also this genetic labware that we're going to need to look at. Genetic labware is something that I think you just put in there to boost it, if I recall correctly. There's 267 different pages of stuff. Now, each time you convert a B in the mutatron, it consumes 1,000 mutagen and 200,000 RF per tick. Okay, so you're definitely going to want these genetic labwares in there as much as possible, I would assume. So that's going to give us about 9 possible mutations. But before we get into that, we need to deal with getting the mutatron in the first place. So let's build that thing. Hopefully it's not too complicated. It's getting very late here, by the way. It's just one of those things. One of those things when you're prepping for PAX East and going on a trip and all that kind of stuff. I like to still post videos. So, you know, it's one of those things. Mutatron, good. We need, I already got a tank. We need another sturdy casing. We can make that. That's good. And this genetics processor. Done in an assembly table. Okay, this is interesting. I've never made one of these before. First things first, we need a pulsating chipset, which is an ender pearl and redstone. And then we need nether quartz and diamond. Okay, so we need a couple of you. Let's get a couple of you. Good. Then it was quartz, like so, and diamond. Like so. I think it was only one of these, if I recall correctly. Let's give this a try in the old laser. I think this is right. Yeah, pulsating chipset, not you. Good. Go. 400k RF. Not too shabby. Shouldn't take very long at all for our current laser setup, which we should actually look to improve pretty soon. But all in due time, I guess. And then this guy goes back in here, and we get the genetics processor. This guy's only 100,000, so that was pretty darn quick. Not bad at all. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy there. And, okay, is that our mutatron then? Mutatron. What are we missing? The genetics processor. Did I not just put it in there? It's fine. There we go. Okay. The mutatron. Alright. I assume this guy holds just a ton of power as well. But maybe not. Oh, and very nice. Putting it beside this, it automatically put the mutagen where it needed to go. That's quite handy. In the meantime, though, I'm going to prep more mutagen as well. We definitely are going to need to automate this process, or at least a process like it. I would prefer to stick with the higher producers here because, well, science. But we need some of this genetic labware. Genetic labware. This stuff right here. Okay. Oh, and for that we need... You know what? Let's set up an auto crafting for it. I'm assuming we're going to need a lot of this stuff. I think I was making this before. Okay. So the genetic stuff right here, labware, genetics labware, sorry, that's what it's called. And we need some glass panes. Okay, we can craft up some of those quite easily, I hope. We actually have to cook glass, don't we? We are out of glass as well. Alright, we can handle that. These and these. Good. That'll give us our genetic labware. Okay, a couple more for the ME system. Very good. I've also been working a little bit on the solar panels as well. As you can see, we can make a resonant solar panel right now. I'd like to make 8 of them. We obviously do not have 200,000 bytes to do that. So, in the meantime, I think I'm just going to make like 8 more of these at a time. I believe... Why can't we make that? No crafting CPUs are available. Oh, because of the glass. It's because of the glass. Okay. But anyways, that should give us the genetic labware. And we could get ourselves a clean 60, which will automatically default to 64. Good. And we can load these in. I assume that these kind of work like flint in a sag mill. Now, this guy we haven't been having much luck with, so let's actually try to mutate these in the mutatron and see what we get. This is the first time ever doing it. First time ever using the mutatron, and we'll see what we end up with. Now, I think there's some other really good items. Okay, we got a common. Well, that's not helpful. Just saying. I wasn't looking for common. There's a few other things that we can definitely look into. The industrial apiary is one of them. The genetic imprinter, I'm not sure what that does, but it all requires these power modules. So we definitely need quite a few more of those. Protein liquefier, DNA, genetic transposer, oh boy, genetic replicator. There's quite a few things. So let's see how we're making out on our Infinity Bee over here again. I've moved the silicon back over to here, and we are breeding. Nice. Okay, so we got the Infinity guy, and can we just keep this somehow? So the genetic sampler will take species away and speed and all these different gene samples. Okay. Okay. And then the gene samples, so like an Infinity gene sample, can be squeezed into liquid DNA, or it can be used to make a genetic template. Or, yeah, you can add it. Anyways. Okay, that's good to know. So we have the Infinity. Is there any machine that we can use other than the genetic sampler? Obviously, we can turn it into liquid DNA. We don't want to do that with the princess. I would just like to keep... I'd like to mutate it better, if you know what I mean. Maybe if some of you guys know, because it's got the Infinity and Energetic, and this has Silicon Energetic, I want to guarantee the Infinity. Is basically my goal here with the Gendustry stuff. So if you guys know of any way to do that, please let me know. I am quite new to Gendustry. I'm gonna have to look up a few other, you know, possibilities and, you know, differences and all that kind of stuff. All in due time, I guess. So let me check the time. I know we're quite early still. I'm gonna double check the time on the video, and we will proceed on. Alright, so one more thing that we're going to need to look at doing here is we're running low on pure Certus, for example, as well as some pure Fluix and just all that kind of stuff. So what we need to get is we need to get a growth chamber up and running with some growth accelerators. Now, usually I think I go with 5. And I have an open crate here ready to go. I'd like to get some cabling around. And what else do we actually require for this? I think we just require... I guess we could go with an ME interface, right? ME interface. I'm not sure if the ME interface will work directly onto the open crate or not. We'll have to test that. I've added a few more ME controllers here as well, just to kind of expand on things. This guy's kind of in the way. We're going to probably have to move it again. These are not fun to move, by the way. I wouldn't recommend it. And we will probably have to move the computer system, the crafting system at some point in time as well. We're getting a little messy down here. And it's not ideal. I think we're going to move the inscriber setup at some point in time as well. So just some simple changes that are going to have to take place. But for right now, we can just run this out the side like so. And we can start setting up our growth accelerators right around here. So this guy, now these all have to face the proper way. And if I recall correctly, they need to face up like that. Okay. Now, let's see. If we go there, that should work okay. So we need to come down like so and over. This will be a growth accelerator, just like that. And, okay, no, like that, and like that. Good. That one will be... No, they have to connect to the backside, don't they? Yes, they do. Okay, so we need to connect them to the backside of the block itself. Is that the right way? I'm pretty sure it is. That'll go there. And then we'll rotate it. Like that. And same here, and same with this block as well. So, let me get these guys down. We're pretty much at wrapping up point. It's like 2 in the morning or something crazy like that, because that's how crazy I am these days. And so this will come like so. Good. That'll connect up appropriately. Okay, good. That one will connect there. And then we will just run it like so, and it'll connect there. So we have 2 of them hooked up so far. The other 2 are going to be pretty easily hooked up. Oh god. Why did that take so long? Why did that take so long to hit that time? Anyways, okay, so those 4 are hooked up. We do need some more smart cable. I am using smart cable. You don't need to use smart cable. It's just a preference at this point. It's a little bit nicer looking, in my opinion, and it's nice that you can see the channels being used at all times. Just a few tips. Okay, good. Then we'll send this guy right down below and connect up accordingly. Good. So now all 5 should be active. Now these guys do take a decent amount of power, so make sure you are prepared for all of that. Okay, next is we need a bucket of water for this. Come here, you. Good. So we'll throw in a bucket of water here. Like so. And this is where we're going to actually craft in the items. So, without further ado, we can do an open crate. Just like that. It should be, if I'm not mistaken, pointing down. Okay. And let's see if the ME interface just connects directly to it or not. So the ME interface would be like so. And we would just attach to it as well. So that should give us the 1 of 8. So the ME interface will go into the open crate. Okay. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to set up the auto crafting for the quartz seeds. We'll do this, the Certus seeds, sorry. We'll do the test with the Certus seeds. Certus quartz seeds, good. And we don't have any dust? What? Okay. We'll get that going. Get some dust going. And this will give us the seed itself. Excellent. We can get that guy prepared in the ME interface over here. And we can craft up a whole bunch of Certus quartz seeds. So we'll say, you know what, we'll do a stack. We'll do a stack for now, and we'll give this a quick little test. So that should be about half a stack of that Certus quartz dust. And this will be our seeds. So 1 seed equals 1 pure Certus quartz. So 1 seed equals 1 of these. That'll be our recipe for the ME interface on the open crate. Is it actually labeled as open crate? Nothing. Tile open crate. Okay, good. So, by theory, if we have the seeds in the system, just like this, and we request 64 pure Certus, It should say that they're available, but does it work? That is the question. Now, the real problem here is we don't know for sure. We really don't. Until these guys actually get crafted up. Now, is there going to be a good way to pull them out of there as well? I'm not sure if there is, to be honest. Maybe a vacuum chest from Ender.io with a filter or something like that. I'm not too sure how I want to do that. I believe it's called a vacuum chest. Vacuum? Yeah, that guy right there. Pulls nearby items into its inventory. I mean, we should be able to do that. But can you filter it? I'm not sure. To just pull in what you want. I have none of that. Okay, great. Pulsating iron. Something that we've never made. That's a recipe that we need to do. Okay. 1 iron with 1 ender pearl. Good. Equals a pulsating iron. So we'll take one of these and a piece of iron. And get that crafted up in the alloy smelter. And that way we can get the result from those. Now, I guess we could just walk up to it. But I think it's in there. I do think it's in there. I guess we could double check. Are the seeds in here? The seeds are not in there. The seeds are not in the ME interface. I'm pretty sure they're in the water. And they should be crafting. Now, I guess we'll just keep monitoring the pure certus. With the growth chambers, we should have a pretty advanced system there. So that's good. We do need to get a little bit of this. We need a little bit of these guys. And we need that pulsating iron as well. And a piece of glass. We're going to run over to our thermionic fabricator, which we do need to auto-process at some point here. But in due time, I guess. And we need a diamond electron. Good. We've just left that running lately because, well, it's all you really need. Okay, that should do that. And we should have the pulsating iron. Good. So we can set this up as an autocraft first and foremost so that we can get it again later. And then this guy we will just turn into the pulsating iron nuggets. Now, what was I making with those again? Oh yes, the vacuum chest. I still don't know if this is going to work or not, but I guess we can find out, right? It's not very expensive, so that's good. Let's see what happens when we place it down and what it all has. Okay, so you can filter it. That is fantastic news. So let's get a filter from Ender.io. Pretty easily done. And let's get this guy all filtered up. So the vacuum chest is going to be filtered with pure certus, which, if I'm not mistaken, I just saw floating in there. Excellent. Okay, so we'll put the vacuum chest right there, and we're going to filter it with a whitelist of pure certus. And we'll add the other pures as well. So the pure fluix is one. The pure nether quartz, I don't think we've ever made one of those. And the other thing that we can make in here is the fluix crystal itself. So we'll set up these to be the filters to pull in. And the range, well, we can lower that a little bit to 3. We really don't need much of a range because it's right beside it. Then what we're going to need is, well, just an item duct, I think, will work here quite nicely with a servo. And we can pull this right back into the ME interface. Okay, good. So that should work appropriately now. The next step is to get the fluix seeds going and all of that as well. So fluix seeds we can get like so. I noticed that we were out of the dust. We can make some more of that. The other one is the fluix crystal itself. That one we need to get done as well. That will go like that. And that will give us the seed. Good. Get all this stuff auto crafting and it'll make our lives so much easier down the road. So the fluix seeds will say another 64, for example. Good. go. We can put in the pure Certus. We can put in that guy. And once we have our fluic seeds, we can say that each one of those, of course, same as before, equals the pure fluics. I think we're kind of getting at a point here, though, where I'm kind of sort of repeating myself, and I don't want to do that too much. I think you guys get the gist of it, and I think it does work accordingly. So, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys liked this video. We got a decent amount done, especially jumping into the Gendustry stuff is pretty darn exciting if you ask me. So, without further ado, I think that's about it. Thank you so much. Leave a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and have a fantastic day.